Welcome to the Wildcast podcast, coming to you from Wildcast Studios with your hosts Adam Lund and Jeremy Boucher.
Oh, welcome to Wildcast Studio for another episode of a Wildcast podcast, the Platinum Award-winning, longest-running QMJHL podcast, and we are the official voice of the reigning 2025 Joe Couture Trophy champion Moncton Wildcats. We are presented by Discount Flooring Center, a division of Fabulous Flooring, home to the largest variety of high-end current and discontinued lines of hardwood, ceramic vinyl, laminate flooring, and luxury model tiles, as well blinds for immediate purchase. Find them at 320 Collishaw Street in Moncton, or give them a call at 506-859-9909. As always, fan listeners, I am your host, Adam Lund, and I am joined by your favorite co-hoster, Mr. YQM, Mr. Starbucks, Mr. His Blue Jays are tied going back to LA in the World Series, Mr. Jeremy Boucher. I know you want to talk about the World Series till the end, but how are you doing, sir?
Doing well, got him where we want him, I think.
Got him where you want him, yeah.
It's the 92 World Series was tied 1-1 after 2. The 93 World Series was tied 1-1 after 2. So here we are, and 32 years later, tied 1-1 after 2. Got him right where we want him.
Just got to get one. Just got to get one. But hey, I will say the bonus, and I said this to you earlier, of being in LA is they're all at the same time. So they start at 5 o'clock out there for 9 o'clock here, as opposed to starting at 6 out there and being at 11. Because I don't know how many people out east would watch it at 10 p.m. Eastern and 11 p.m.
Yeah, definitely not me. I wouldn't be. I'll waiting till 11 o'clock for first pitch. I'm happy with 9 p.m. starts. So let's get going.
Thank God they do not start like hockey.
Yeah.
Where it's like 11 o'clock, but also, not just kidding, like 20 after 11, Hockey Night in Canada. We don't have to wait for Ron McLean to do his soliloquies and stuff like that about the dew on a sun-kissed morning in Red Deer. That has no bearing on any hockey at all. Don't forget, as always, you can follow us on the social medias, Twitter, Moncton Wildcast, Instagram, Wildcast Podcast, TikTok, Wildcast Podcast, as well on YouTube. Right there. There's a little QR code. We are 6 away from 500. We just really want to hit 500. That's it. We've hit all the other milestones. That's the only one left at 500. We need to hit it. So please tell your friends. Sign up with 6 more emails. I don't care. We just need 6 more YouTube followers. So don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button. Lets us know you like what we're doing. Click the bell so you don't miss any of these wonderful episodes and or any podcast post games that we were back to getting to on the weekend. So we have a quick question, sir, from Mr. Julien Robichaud, longtime listener, big fan, big fan. I said this might be a loaded question. What is your opinion concerning the referee's presence on the ice versus social media and what's being said? He says he felt like he was going crazy yesterday on social media with all the things that were being said. And again, social media is wonderful for keyboard warriors. No doubt in the 9 years we've been doing this, I've had a very opinionated, I don't sit in 108 anymore because I could look down and yell at the officials. But again, they have one of the toughest jobs in the world, and it's a very much thankless job. Baseball is going to almost get rid of umpires' objectivity with I can't remember what it's called, ABM or whatever, the pitch comm.
Yep.
Not pitch comm, the touch your hat and you get to review it. But I get the homerism of it, but sometimes you got to take the rose-colored glasses off and look at it objectively. It's a tough, thankless job, but at the same time, I mean, people are going to be keyboard warriors on the internet as long as they don't have to say that to a person's face.
Yeah, I agree. I was on there Sunday evening, just going at it with some people because they, had some choice words to say about the reffing. And look, yes, they missed a call. But I know we'll get into it. The Dinoyer, there was absolutely nothing wrong with that. It was an accident, and that's all it was. It was 2 players that bumped into each other, and we kind of unfortunately got the worst of it. To see people say, "Oh, the refs are paid." Well, duh, yeah, they're paid. They're not doing this volunteer work.
Yeah.
I was called a Mooseheads fan.
Which thanks for doing this while being
secret
closeted Moosehead fan.
Closet Mooseheads fan here. I was told that somebody said that I must only have one good eye. I'm blind in one eye and can't see out of the other. Is the exact is what another thing I was said. But like, look, attack me all you want.
Yeah.
Attack the referees all you want.
Yeah.
Because the players may be off limits, but in my opinion, referees are not. Like, it's referees. I think you can say whatever you want about referees. The message from Bruno Gervais at the beginning of her game says that talks about players.
Yeah.
I don't think it talks about referees.
Nope.
And bashing referees has gone on forever.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever going to stop.
No.
I have no problem bashing or talking bad about reffing if
it's warranted.
If it's warranted.
Yeah.
There were warranted penalties in that game against Halifax. There were some missed calls. There was a high stick, I think, on Binkley in the third period that was missed. Right? I will, for the death of me, say that they missed that call.
Oh, look at last week. Yeah. The Preston Lansbury interference.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one on Mutrin earlier in the week. And this isn't just a Moncton thing. This is a Q thing. I'm sure if you go
worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide. But I'm sure if you go talk to Baie-Comeau fans or Drummondville fans or Lethbridge Hurricane fans or London Knight, well, London gets everything, but Barrie Colt fans, like this is a very difficult job.
What's a hockey game if there's not a ref you suck chant?
Yeah.
Like that's what I don't understand. There's some people who they're so, and I know we have some people who were commenting on these posts that listen to our show that probably won't like me, but stop being a homer. I understand it's part of being a fan, but maybe we might have had a better view of what happened, in the media booth compared to at ice level.
Yeah.
Right. But there was no ill intent. There was no penalty. There was no penalty called for good reason. It was an accident. If they would have shown, and even on Flow Sports, there wasn't a good angle of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand where fans are frustrated. They see they see our star player go down, and they're upset that there wasn't a penalty. Well, yeah. There shouldn't have been a penalty to begin with.
No, and you have to wonder how many people are watching the play. The puck's going the other way, so they watch the play because we're breaking out, and then somebody sees Denway on the ice, or the team starts banging on the boards, and then you look back and 18's on the ice. It's got to be something, and I understand that. And there's a couple officials that I've had. Let's call them, we'll call them their classic games. Brad Mills is one.
Yeah.
Mo LeBlanc is one. Tanner Dorian. He's a classic for it. There was a game, I want to say when Quebec was going for the Memorial Cup run, he was scared to call a penalty on the Rampart, it felt like, because he would have to explain it to Patrick Waugh. And it just felt like he didn't want to. And again, Q referees, WHL, professional, NHL, that's fine. But where I draw the line is, let's cut this garbage at the minor hockey level. Because without officials, there's no minor hockey. There's no U18. There's no Monctonian. There's no kids playing hockey to be drafted in this league. So, again, you can, when it's warranted, absolutely have the opinion about the official. But go back, find the replays. And I know people are like, oh, he's talking out of both sides of his mouth. I am the first to be annoyed with officials to the point where I've come on here and said things and you've had to calm me down. So when I went back and watched it, because I was ice level in the ice bar with Kiva and I couldn't see it. It is, if you ever think that you can do the better job, just go down to the ice bar and give it a shot. Everything is moving so fast. Unfortunately, you're never going to get rid of the keyboard warriors, whether it's officials or players or whatever. They're always going to be there, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. Read the comments. If you don't like it, it's a really cool feature. You just keep scrolling. And that's a lot of what I do now, is because I'm like, I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from those groups now.
Yeah.
Like it's so toxic sometimes.
Yeah.
And
stay away at trade deadline.
Yeah. Trade deadline's the worst.
Worst trade ever. Championship worked out. Again, thanks to Julien Robichaud. Again, they don't have to be fluff questions, guys. Give us any type of question you have. We will do our best to
like Jeremy, what's going to be your next meal when somebody scores a hat trick? Smoked spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not Wild Wings?
We're going to talk about Wild Wings later in the show.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Perfect. Hashtag foreshadowing.
News and notes from around the Q.
And news and notes from around the Q presented by Waterworks Pools and Spas, providing Atlantic Canadians with custom in-ground pools, spas, services, and supplies since 1986. If you're looking for a new spa, service, or maintenance by their trained technicians, or getting your pool water from green to clear, go see them at 194 Killam Drive or call them at 506-859-1980. A little bit of news. Team Lafleur defeated Team Crosby 6-5 in a shootout in the first ever Prospects game last Tuesday. Wildcat players had a good showing. Jacoby allowing 1 goal on 17 shots. Chudzinski a goal and an assist, and Tommy Blau with a helper. Not as well as attended as I think the few would have liked fan-wise. I think there was over 100 scouts I thought I saw on online. I wonder, if Sherbrooke fans got that as a season ticket holding like perk as well. I mean, a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
I would like to see, like, this weekend coming up. We went on the post game last night, Sunday night, and we talked to Preston and AFG about the upcoming road trip. I thought we had 4 games coming up. We have 1 this weekend. Like, this is the perfect time to have it, like a Friday skills and a Saturday game to get some excitement about this. But also, if you're a scout, this was a good event for him, as they had over 100 scouts in Sherbrooke.
Yeah, and it's one of those events where you're right. Like, if it was in a bigger market, you probably get 5 or 6,000. I mean, if that game's in Halifax, there's probably 6,000 fans there.
Yeah.
You know, if it's in Moncton, it's
45.
45. You know,
I think it was 1,600.
Yeah, like it's not a good look. You know, not a good first impression. And I looked 1,600. Like, how many of that was like players' families?
Yeah.
Right. Like,
yeah.
You know, if the Blyles travel to Moncton every weekend from New York, you think they're going to go to Sherbrooke?
Yeah.
You know, probably a little shorter drive.
Probably going to go left
like
and show up.
Yeah. You might want to have that if you're going to continue with that game. And it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
I mean, a way to showcase our league's players and the talent that we have, and just get it in a bigger market.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Sherbrooke, you know, it's like it's a bilingual community. You know, it's kind of like the Moncton of Quebec, where it's like it is a bilingual city.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand you want that for, you know, maybe for the American players and the Russian players that you know, but having you might want to get more fans in the building for next year. But all in all, good event, good game, and I figure it probably helps some players, sneak up the draft boards.
Yeah, and it's the first one. Let's see what it looks like next year. I know, like, it was announced, and then it wasn't really announced over a training camp and into the summer. And then, I mean, I didn't remember it because when I found out that Weiner was announced, I thought he was going to the CHL USA one. Like, I was like, oh, sweet. But
yeah.
That's the thing, is like, I just don't think it was marketed as well as it probably could have been.
Mm-hmm.
I like it that it's early in the season. It doesn't affect anything, but schedule wise, maybe let's try and get it on this type of weekend. And I know you don't want to take Halloween games away from teams, but try and find it on a weekend so you have a Friday skills and a Saturday game that everyone can kind of go to. Riley Sampson was named Student Athlete of the Month for September.
Nerd.
Carl Otto Magnuson was suspended 1 game for his match penalty for being 6'7". It's not a great look. It's frustrating. If he's 6'1", probably cross-checks the dude right here. Again, you can't really cross-check people in the league, but it's just, we said it coming into this season, like how many penalties for being too tall are you going to get? Well, he just got suspended for a game for it.
Yep, that'll do it. And I think it's our buddy Alex Pittsburgh who said it best. There are perks to being 6'7", but that penalty was obviously a downside.
Yeah, 100%. We got a lull on set bomb early in the year.
A mic drop is a mic drop.
Friday with the news that Nathan Lecompte has left Chicoutimi for Youngstown of the USHL. He had 33 points in 61 games as a rookie, competed for U17, 49 points in 56 games last year, and he had 12 points in 10 games this year. It's a bit of a head scratcher on why he would leave for the USHL. I think this is the second or third player we've had go that way. No, not that's the first one we've had go to the USHL. We've had them go to
first like sub-state, like big name. Yeah,
but even like Poirier went NCAA, not Baie-Comeau. But this is the first one that's gone USHL, and I mean, I'm not putting this out there in the ether thinking this is part of it, but you know, if you don't want to be there and they don't want to move you, if you want to be moved at the deadline, the easiest thing to do is walk away and see what is out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the situation.
No, I
can't see it.
I think this was an agent / Yannick Jean situation where Nathan Lecompte it's very good player.
Yeah.
He was drafted high for a specific reason.
It's a top 10 pick, top 5 pick.
I think it was 5, I think. But he just hasn't developed, I think, to the point where, yes, I understand he was their leading scorer, which makes him leaving even more surprising. But, you know, he had one last school last year compared to his rookie season. So I don't think he was being used in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his agent expected him to be, you know, a pretty, maybe at least picked in the NHL draft, but he wasn't. You know, so he still got his free agent invite, but it was just a weird story. Just you know, he's got his NCAA commitment, so I think by the looks of it, he's going to play USHL until his NCAA commitment comes in. But look, there could be a team in the queue as soon as day one hits of that trade period. They're like, we'll take him.
Yep.
If we'll pay so and so for him for his rights, and if he reports, we'll give you more at the draft.
Yep.
You know that I know there's going to be a team that's going to make some calls on him, potentially one that's near here.
Yep.
Again, I think that's the only way it works. You get him back to the queue by saying, "Hey, we'll take his rights."
Yep.
If he shows up, we'll give you more.
We'll give you X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
Or X and Y.
Well, that's it.
Yep.
And you get to make it work. But that's tough. That's a tough break for Chicoutimi. You know, that's a team that's, you know, they want to do some damage this year. And
that's the team that was supposed to be, I think, what Blainville is.
Yeah. They want to, and now they're losing one of their best players to what sounds like a disagreement. I mean, it's not openly out there as a disagreement between maybe agent and GM, but I mean, when you're being represented by Alan Walsh, who's a pretty vocal agent on social media, and you're also being represented by your father, you know, you better play your cards right.
Yeah.
Or there's gonna be some trouble, and there was trouble.
Especially when you're like a free agent invite, like teams see this, right? Like, he was the number 4 overall pick at the draft we were at in Sherbrooke. Caleb, Amiga Gate, Nobert, Lecompte, Wang, Carrier, Villeneuve, Prudhomme, and
what a draft.
Olivier Lampron, William Lasselle at 10, Philip Veilleux at 11, Ricard, Tremblay, Gauguin, LaBelle.
It feels like William Lasselle's been in this league for like 10 years.
Yeah. And then so it's an interesting situation to keep an eye on, especially for the next month or so, and depending on what we what happens during the trade deadline. All right, let's get to the QMJHL Team of the Week. All right, there you are. Florent Houle from Sherbrooke, 4 goals, 2 assists in 2 games. Raoul Boyard from Shawinigan, 3 goals, 3 assists in 2 games. Felix Lessert, 4 goals in 2 games. Will Reynolds from the Regiment, 3 assists in the 2 games. And Noah McKinnon from Shawinigan. Ooh, 3 Shawinigan players. Good for them. 2 games played, 3 assists. Goaltender Lucas Beckman, 2-0, a .968 save percentage, 1 goal against, and 1 shutout, which your Q player of the week is Lucas Beckman of Bacomo. As I said, 2-0, a .968 save percentage, and a 1 goal against. He's going to make a team if they move him at the trade deadline. They're going to get a haul. He's going to make a team very good. To have, I think he's got a .917 save percentage behind that team that's won 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a goaltender you want on your back end, and he will make a Quebec team looking to make that jump that much better. But let's get to everyone's second favorite part of the show.
It's now time for the one and only Boucher's Team of the Week.
Hey, how's it going? It's Team of the Week. We're going to pick it up in the nets. Keep going. Okay. We're good here, folks.
Yep,
we
we're
are
still good.
We are still good.
As long as the show's going, we're good. It's just
as long as we're talking.
Whatever's happened on my computer is just
the only way you're getting rid of us is in a body bag.
Yep.
In nets, I'm also going to stick with Lucas Beckman. Picked up 2 wins for the Drakkar after they lost their first 12. So that was a pretty good turnaround. And what was the other thing we saw today? They started the year with 4 20-year-olds, and all those 4 20 are gone. There you go.
Yep.
On defense, I hate doing this. Carlos Handel. The first shorthanded goal by a Mooseheads defenseman in 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. 5 years.
I wonder who the other one was.
Jason Horvath, or whatever his name is.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Making his second or third appearance on the Boucher Team of the Week, only because I love his name, Cal Ewens of the Ramparts. 2-goal game against Chicoutimi, with the first 2-goal game in his Q career. But get this, Adam. He didn't have a multi-goal game in the 288 games he played in the Ontario Hockey League. That was his first multi-goal game.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Yep. Forwards, Felix Lessert scored his 100th career goal in a Cataracts jersey. And for a franchise that's been around since 1969, only 21 players have scored more than 100 goals.
Wow.
And wrapping up the Team of the Week, the 2 Russians on Victo, Alexei Vlasov and Igor Shilovs. They're running away with the rookie scoring race.
Yeah.
To the point where they're tied for 4th in scoring in the league. Who are these guys? But thanks for coming out. Thank you for coming to our league, because you clearly have unbelievable chemistry, and that's an offense to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
And they're playing with Korny Korniev. I just wanted to get his name in the show. So
not a bad name to get on the show. Yeah. That's a team that's got some stars, and they just kind of need to put everything else together to continue to ascend.
Need Gabriel Dag to stop a puck.
Yeah. Because Ken
Tanzariti is going to steal your job.
He's getting that way. Yep. Absolutely. Excellent team of the week, sir. Good to see that we were 5 on 5. We didn't get independently trouble.
Yep.
All right. Let's get to the weekly rewind.
Weekly Rewind.
And the weekly rewind brought to you by Alphas Appliance Solutions. Right now they've got oh my goodness. Weekly rewind presented by Alphas Appliance Solutions. Right now they got the Maytag Autumn Kitchen Suite Savings Event. Save $150 when you purchase 2, $300 when you purchase 3 or more qualifying Maytag kitchen appliances. Qualifying purchases made from now till November 5th. For those or any other deals, give them a call at 506-858-5111 or visit them at 25 Halifax Street or go online to alphasappliancesolutions.ca. Once again, the Wildcats go 1-1 on the week, bringing the record to 6-4-2 for 14 points and still sitting fifth in the Eastern Conference. Game against the Islanders on Friday. We talked about it last week. We were kind of worried about this one. It was a measuring stick game. Again, a full 60-minute effort, and this team can do some damage. The special teams was huge in this hockey game. 4 for 4 on the PK, including a shorty. 2 for 4 in the power play, taking down the number one team in the queue. But just the GCPs, just the game-changing plays. They had a 5-on-3 there. I think in the second period, they were able to clear it off. Like that's what this team can do if they play a full 60 minutes.
Yeah, we saw it. That was an extremely good effort. They got to do it without without Caleb, without Mutrin. It was that's arguably two of your top 6 forwards, 2 centers. And to walk into there, beat the number one team in the league. What more can you want? But then you want to see efforts like that. I don't want to get too into Sunday too quickly here, but again, that's the game against Charlottetown is kind of that's what you want to see every week.
Yeah,
every game. That's what you expect from from a Gardner coached team. We saw it a lot last season.
Yeah.
And it was fun to watch last season. Friday night was fun to watch. They just took advantage of their opportunities, and that Preston goal was just, talk about taking Donald Hickey out of his jockstrap.
Yeah,
that was hands.
Yeah.
I don't know if they teach moves like that during the the recruitment tour of the College of Holy Cross, but. That was quite a move. That was a dandy goal.
Yeah, and just the spoiler alert, he's going to be on the show here in a little bit, but not he's going to be on the show. I'm going to talk about him here in a little bit. That was kind of the backbreaker on it. Like I think that was on the 5-on-3. It was just at the end of the 5-on-3, and he doesn't score that. Who knows? Yes, they were missing Ross Campbell, and as much as a shite disturber that he is, or like that you think he is, he provides the juice for that team. He provides some offense with his needle. I guess I don't really know what to call it. Pissing you off meter, I guess it is. That's
piss and vinegar.
Yeah. There you go. Piss and vinegar. That was a Rudy game.
Yeah, it was a Rudy game.
Like that was. He's played well, but that one he played really well, shut the door down, especially with all those penalties that we just seem to kind of keep taking. And Preston talked about it. So did Forte Jondron, I believe, a little bit. Like just it's undisciplined.
It's uncharacteristic. It's undisciplined hockey. You got to figure it out.
Yeah. Especially if you can't kill the penalties off.
Well, that's it. And I think this week off that they have is going to be big for them.
Yeah.
It's such a weird schedule. It's Moncton's going to have a week off, but St. John plays Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
It's a weird, I'm not complaining about it, but at the same time, it's like, when was the last time this team had a week off in the end of October?
Yeah.
Right. They just had a week off, right? Like because of last week's Prospects game, there was a week off. Now they have another week off.
They played 2 games in 10 days.
It makes no sense.
They played on the 17th against Victo, and then they played Friday, which the Prospects game was on the Tuesday. So you understand that they play, but then they don't play again till the 2nd, like a whole another week off. Like,
and it doesn't make sense. Again, not complaining.
Yeah.
But if you look at the November schedule, it is such a cluster.
3-4, 3-3, 3-4, 3-3.
Yeah.
And most of those are on the road.
Yeah. Like that's they're going to be due for a break.
Yeah.
And Charlottetown's already played 15 games this year. Moncton's only played 12. And you have a week off?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, but
I think Plainville's up at that too. They played 15 games or something like that. Like, it just there seems to be no balance in it. Like, they're jamming all the games in November, and then they don't really jam in December, but December goes almost almost into Christmas basically. But moving on about the schedule, then you get to Sunday, return of the captain makes his season debut. I love the hype video that the team made, that he made, getting it out the night before instead of like just people showing up to the rink and, hey, Caleb Dinwiddie is in the lineup. Yeah. Try and get that extra ticket generated. Started off really well. The team fed off him. Again, injuries to Mutrin, and somebody else. Blau was out. GRP was out. But they fed off it. 2-0 lead. And like Preston said if you go to our YouTube and watch the post game, like they got undisciplined, and it second periods continue to haunt this team. It's been a thing for 4 years now. That second periods just seemed to haunt this team. And they allowed 5 straight Halifax goals. Yes, one was an empty netter, but I mean, the first 20 minutes was fantastic with the captain back. Yep. And then
the first 39 minutes was fun.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't even say that. The first 20 minutes were fun, and the first 39 minutes were fun with the captain. But yeah, again, Sunday, it was just it was uncharacteristic. It wasn't a Gardner game, right? And we were doing these interviews, and we'll wait around for a couple of minutes, and then our guys will come out.
Yeah.
But man, that felt like we were waiting for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they were getting a talking to. I don't know if the players had a meeting or what. But you have to assume that there were some things said in that dressing room after the game to let them know that this shit. So excuse and pardon my language, but I think we're allowed to say that. But it can't keep keep going like that. It's just it's not the Wildcat way that we've seen from this coaching staff or this bench, in over 2 years, right? It wasn't a Sunday Funday.
No,
it was for Halifax. It was not for Moncton, and that's why I think that's why a week off is good, and they get some practices in, work on that power play, work on that penalty kill, and just get to work. And I'm going to say it. Hashtag free Buckley.
Yeah. At this rate, we got 4 guys that are injured. 3 of them are forwards, so he may get it in. But I think the most frustrating part of it is Val-d'Or, they played 60 minutes. They come away with a big win. They go into Charlottetown. They get up for it. They play 60 minutes, 55, whatever. But I'll say 60 minutes. They're great on special teams. All right. They get goalied against Victo, but they outplayed him in a lot of the games, so you see what's coming. Denway is coming back at some point, so you see him putting it together. We're talking about where we're putting guys in the lineup, and then 3 of them are out, so that goes out the window. And it's not even like they played Charlottetown, got the victory against the number 1 team in the Q, and then played St. John. No disrespect to St. John. Or played, Val-d'Or. No respect. But, they played a team that another chapter in the Mooseheads Wildcats rivalry.
Yeah.
They played a team that they absolutely should hate. And it was chippy. And that's probably why the officiating question come up, because there was a lot of chippy. 55 runs his mouth. Leave him alone. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get under Walneys' skin. Seems to be working. But there was no excuse to come from the Islanders game to this one and let a letdown of it. And that's the hardest part, is when you see this team put it together and you're like, boom, that's a Gardner team. That's what we can expect all year. Then they come out the next night and you're like, what is happening?
You kind of wish that it would have been a back-to-back after Charlottetown.
Yeah, possibly.
Right?
Yeah.
Just so you don't have that day off, so you can roll with it, go right back into it the next night against Halifax and get to them. So it makes me wonder if, maybe Charlottetown played the night, or Halifax had played the night before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not to say that Moncton didn't have fresh legs, but when you go off a game and you beat the number one team in the league, do you really want a day off?
Yeah.
Or do you want to come back out there the next night and go back to work? So, again, I think this week off is good. I think the Quebec road trip is going to be good. And I just, I was thinking maybe that we're looking ahead a couple of weeks here, but that Friday night game against Drummondville, I didn't think we were going to be there, but then we find out from our buddy Rick Melanson that there's no Monctonian Prospects game.
Yeah.
For some odd reason. So,
I guess we'll be at that one.
We'll be at that one.
Which I guess I could have put in the news, but yeah, no, a little weird that, and they're not moving the schedule out. I guess maybe as it gets closer, maybe we'll talk to Sanderson about this, but they're not moving this, like increasing the schedule or moving it, separating it a bit. Games are still done like they normally would. And it doesn't make sense. I was heartbroken. That's the one game a year I get to watch and pretend like I know what I'm talking about with him and Austin. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I guess the fortunate thing about that is on a Friday night at the Avenir Center, there's going to be like all the scouts that would have been at the Prospects game are going to be at the Avenir Center.
Yeah.
All the players who would be in the stands at that Prospects game to cheer on their teammates will be at the Avenir Center. Right. So we could be in for a decent crowd.
Yep.
And do
a whole bunch of team builder giveaways to all the teams that are in the Monctonian that aren't going to be playing. Right. We'll talk about the road trip more next week. They only have the one game against St. John, and I was fully ready to talk about the road trip and then realized we got another weekend between that. But I mean, you heard Preston. If you've watched it, if you haven't, go to our YouTube, click that little you up there, QR code, and go right to it. This team's 4-1 on the road.
Yeah.
They're 2-3 at home right now. And I don't want to give a lot to the things said online, but I mean, when you start talking about fan bases and stuff like that, this is not new that this team does not have a typical home ice advantage until it's near the end of the year. And it's tough with Halifax too, because they come in here and, I mean, for many years it was Russo's house. He just shut the door all the time. It's still that way. They're winning here, we're winning there.
Yeah.
It just, and that's part of it too. Like, this team can come into Moncton, whether they're playing on the third of 3-3, and we haven't played in a week, or we haven't played, we get a night off. They know they're going to have success in our building.
Yep.
Because they continue to have success in our building. They're now taking 3 or 4 points from us at home. And so that's, at some point you have to flip that script. I know it's not divisions anymore, but that's a team that in this chapter of this rivalry, you need to flip the script at some point because they continue to have success in our barn.
And we haven't seen a full lineup yet.
No.
We have yet to see this team with a full lineup.
Yes.
And by the looks of it, we probably won't see this team with a full lineup again for
day to day. Again, we reached out to a couple people that we know, and they're going to be very cautious, but it's day to day. I was thinking it was going to be week to week.
We'll see.
If it's day to day, the day he doesn't need to play is Sunday. Like, we're nothing against St. John, but you want him in the lineup against Blainville, Sherbrooke, Rimouski. Who are we talking about? I don't know. Could be talking about 18. Could be talking about 71. Could be talking about 14. Could be talking about 16. There's 4 of them that you're going to want in that road trip.
That's 4
highly skilled players that we're missing.
4 players that
Yeah.
makes a hell of a difference on a team.
Yep.
Yeah. So the day that we have a full lineup, I'm expecting some good things here.
Yeah. Then maybe we'll talk about where to put these guys in the lineup. Were you surprised to see him with Binkley and Mercier?
Binkley deserves it.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's been no player that has progressed more from last year to this year than him. And that's why I think he deserves to play with Dinwiddie and Mercier. I think it's a great line. And you know, obviously Dinwiddie and Mercier have the chemistry already. You think Binkley's just there gonna. I mean, I think you could play Binkley with anybody, and he's going to have success. We saw it last year when he got playing time. And no, I'm just interested to see, you know, when this whole lineup is put together, who's where. And the thing with that is, I mean, once everybody's healthy, there's you know, not going to be much ice time for my boy Danny Buckley, but you know, we know Danny boy, your time's coming. You're gonna get your ice time. I thought it would have been Sunday with
couple guys out,
and 7 defensemen in the warm up. I thought maybe the 7th defenseman would get the night off, but apparently they decided to.
And it worked out because Magnuson.
That
time it works.
It works out when you have 7 defensemen and you lose 1.
Yeah, I don't mind the 7 defensemen that are playing or the 7th defenseman that comes out, but I think I'd like to see a bit of a rotation on the 7th defenseman come out for no other reason than it's a completely different game when you're watching from above. And if you've gone up above and then you've gone down to the bar, which we both have back-to-back games that I was there. It's the speed is completely different, and so I'd like to see a little bit of a rotation.
I would like to see, you know, especially when that game got a little chippy.
Yeah,
someone like a Danny Buckley could have really helped out on the ice. I just think they're missing somebody like him on the ice and in the lineup. So I'd love to see. I want to see him get his opportunities because I know there's something there.
And you had it last year with Binkley.
Yep.
Right.
I know there's something there.
Yep.
And it sucks because he's 19, and there's probably other opportunities out there for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if a star like Nathan Lecompte can leave the end of October to go play in the USHL. You know, there's opportunities out there. I know there's something there, and I want to see him get his chance. I want him to get his ice time, and I know he deserves it. He's fighting for it. And I don't know why they're not playing him, and it's you know, I don't want to do that whole free Lavallee thing that we did, you know, 5 or 6 years ago. And say it every show until he got his start. But I mean,
that was a long time.
Yeah, this is
19 games.
Yeah, this is week 1 where the free Buckley hashtag is going to make an appearance. So you know, I want to see him out there on Sunday. I don't know, Adam. I get it. I just think there's something there, and that's every time I see him in the lineup, I'm like, all right, you know, it's Danny time, and he seems scratched. Like, oh, come on, you know, just get him out there.
It's one of the things that, like, we generally attach to a player at some point that we see in the training camp that ends up making it. And you had him last year with Binkley.
Mm-hmm.
I had it last year with Jacoby, obviously NCAA, and he came this year. Like, you see something in the players that you need them on the ice. Mm-hmm. And it was the same with Lavallee too back in the day. Like, it's a goaltending guy. I knew that he could play well, and he ended up not here due to DL, but he went on to be goalie of the year, win a championship. Like there was something there when he got the opportunity, and we don't like to think we're smarter, but when we see something, and you saw it last year with Binkley, and we both saw it with Binkley. When he was on the ice, he had his speed, he used it well. There's something with Buckley, and maybe it's the Binkley Buckley thing. I don't know. But
you know what? It tastes awful, but it works. You know,
in my brain while I was going through, I was like, how can I make it taste awful, but it works for Buckley? And you just used it. Yep. So I will say though, too, I like the video entrance. Keep doing that. Can we just pick a goal song?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't care what it is anymore. I Like It by Cardi B. Then the lyrics were removed. Then it was something else that I can't think of right now. And then it was One More Time, which is the worst option to go with. Like, if you go online, everybody liked Kickstart My Heart. It worked last year. It was an awesome song. I think it's not as good as Poison. Nothing But a Good Time. I would prefer to go back to that.
How about We Like to Party by the Venga Boys?
I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know if they'll ever take.
If you don't know that song, listen to it.
Yeah,
because I don't know if it's a train horn or it's a bus. It's a bus horn.
Yeah,
but you could edit that out, and there's that occasional train horn that they blow at the Avenir Center to mimic
the bus horn. Yeah,
the bus horn or the rail tracks that are right behind the rink.
Yep,
and then you feed into the. I forget how it goes now, but
it's off the top of my head.
Yeah, well, we're not going to sing here.
Party.
We like to party.
We like to party. We like to party. Like there's a horn. Like you just hit. You just hit the horn twice at the Avenir Center horn, and then you go to the song. Like, it's a upbeat song. You're never gonna please everyone with it.
We like it. We like to party.
Yeah, I like it. You're never gonna please everyone. So, like, just pick one. Not One More Time, please. Not that song. Pick one and stick with it. I'm not a fan of each and every game.
Let the fans vote.
Or let the fans vote. Yeah.
I mean,
We Like to Party. Kickstart My Heart. Nothing But a Good Time. One More Time and something else. 5. Let the fans vote.
Yep.
Let's make it happen. All right. You ready for everyone's favorite part of the show?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Eric Murray, Realtor. Buy a house from him. Stick Tap of the Week.
Okay. Friday evening.
You're good.
Friday evening, the wife and I went on a hot date.
What's that like?
Ironically, we went to the Wild Wing, the new location in Moncton that opened, and the former Jungle Gyms on Mountain Road. Between the First Choice haircutters and the sex shop. Megan and I actually
wowzers in your trousers.
That's what some wowzers in your trousers.
That's the candy shop.
Yeah. The Wild Wing in Wasaga Beach was actually where Megan and I went on our first date.
Oh,
so
hey.
Still with me. And no, we really enjoyed ourselves because we were there, and I sent you the message. Within 20 minutes, they played Rolling in the Deep.
Yep.
And the One More Time song. So I was like, I had a good feeling about that game in Charlottetown, and they pulled out the win. This place is, I actually enjoyed this place a lot. The reason is, I don't know if you'd be able to handle them, but they have spicy Garpar wings, which is like, it's a garlic Parmesan sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's Frank's Red Hot sauce on top of it. Oh, I've also never had chicken tenders. Mr. Dobson will appreciate this. Chicken tenders legit fall apart. It's like
you've never had chicken tenders.
No, these chicken tenders legitimately fall apart.
Yeah, you're telling me about that.
You talk about tender.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're a new spot. So the wait for the food was a little long, especially when you have a 4-month-old baby. and you're waiting, close to an hour for food, it's never a good thing. But once the food came, man, I got to tell you, that's some damn good food.
Yeah.
And they're 5-piece chicken tenders, which I swear some of them were like the size of a chicken breast. It's cheaper for a 5-piece chicken tender meal than it is for their wings and fries. And you get 8 wings. And I got 5 chicken tenders.
Really?
Yeah. So if you go there, yes, you're probably going for the wings, but don't pass on those chicken tenders. Like I will swear up and down on those. Those are the best chicken tenders I've had in quite a while. Better than Kelsey's. Kelsey's are good too. And I'm probably rambling on here, but it's new. If you go and the wait is long for your food, don't be posting it as a miss.
Yeah.
On the Moncton Hits and Misses page. It's they're new. They're still trying to figure out their. It's like the Wildcats. They're still trying to figure out their penalty kill. But yeah, between First Choice Hair Cutters and the sex shop on Mountain Road, you can go in there go for a haircut, go for a meal, and then go next door for dessert.
The Stick Tap of the Week, sponsored by Eric Murray Real Estate with the Remax Avante team. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Greater Moncton or surrounding area, make sure to check him out on social media or give him a call at 506-863-8802.
We are so alike.
Yeah. We don't practice this stuff, people. I swear to God, we don't practice this stuff.
We can finish each other's sentences.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. People are going to love that. All right, that brings us to the Wildcat of the Week, presented by Rosemary, Lynns Massage and Spa. Right now, they got the teeth and whitening available for $85. That gives you 3 15-minute sessions, included in that service price. Add another 15 minutes for only $20. Don't forget they have the loyalty card. Buy 9 spa services, get 1 free. Call them at 830-1224 or stop into the location 153 McLeese, as they are now accepting new clients. This one, we're on the same page as the Wildcats. And I will say, arguably, probably one of the best utility guys I've seen put on a Wildcats jersey in the 9 years I've been here. There may have been more before that. At least for the 4 years that he's been on the ice. Up and down the lineup, first line, fourth line when he started, chips in offense, penalty kill, power play. Doesn't matter what he does. He's just one of the top utility guys for this team. He went the PK, went 4 for 4 on the island. He had a shorty that kind of changed things in that one. Then he had another goal Sunday night against the Moosehead. So 2 goals, 1 assist on the week. Your Wildcat of the week is number 20, Preston Lounsbury.
Oh, that's an old picture. Is it?
Nope, it's brand new.
Oh,
new graphic. This year's picture. It's an Under Armour logo.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's how you know. And that'll do it for this week's show. Hi, 1-1. By the time this comes out, could be a different series. But first 2 games. Your thoughts on the first 2 World Series games in 32 years?
I think if they were facing any other pitcher in game 2 rather than Yamamoto, they're up 2-0. Man, that guy can toss.
Yeah.
He's got to be one of the best pitchers in baseball. And then you got to
see him taking notes.
Yeah. I think you got to get game 3 because you're facing Ohtani in game 4.
Yeah.
Who's probably the second best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
Like it's you kind of want to get game 3. I
especially with Scherzer on the mound.
Yeah, I'd feel a little better with a 2-0 series lead, but if history, writes itself, they're kind of right where they want to be, right? So, I think obviously they got to win 2 out of 3 here in LA to really make me feel even better.
Yeah, they have to win 2 out of 3. You only got to win 1 to get it back to Toronto.
Yeah, but I think you feel better winning 2.
But even winning, because if you're down 3-2 coming back like you were against Seattle, this isn't Seattle that can't close. Yeah. This is the Dodgers that have won 3 World Series.
Yeah.
because game 6, you're probably getting Yamamoto.
Yep.
So you'd like to have that one in the bank, and then anything can happen in a game 7. But like, what did Kawhi say in 2019? Just going to LA, win 3 games, win 2 games. I guess it would have been 2-2-1. But I mean, everything that went right in game 1. I mean, when Freddie Freeman dropped that ball in game 2, I was like, all right, we did, like, baseball gods are on their side.
Yeah.
But I thought they played as well as they could have played in game 1. Savage was fantastic.
Kept them in it.
Yep, kept him in it. And poor Gosman, man, he throws games of his life, and the offense dries up. It seems like.
Yeah.
I know he didn't want to go in game 1 because he threw some extra games in game 4, or in game 7 through an inning, and he wasn't sure. But man, that's a guy you would have liked to have in game 1 with 11 offenses, including a first ever World Series pitch hit home run. Grand Slam, sorry.
Yeah, first pinch hit Grand Slam in World Series history. First team to score 9 runs in an inning since 1960 something.
Yeah.
It was a day and night difference from game 1 to game 2. Yeah. I don't know.
And you got a Jonas Brothers concert right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for?
Just that.
I know that they do that in game 2, no matter what the score is, but a 1-1 pitchers duel and an emotional stand-up to cancer, and then the Jonas Brothers, which their song is this year's theme. So, but
I get it,
but also I don't get it. That's weird. Before we get out of here, we are going to do something this year that I've wanted to do in 9 years of doing this podcast. We are going to have a first ever socks, mittens, toque drive for the homeless.
Love it.
I've putting this together with a business. I'll have more details probably next week or so, but this is something I've always wanted to do to help out. I mean, look at it today. It's raining. They're wet. They're cold. The winter's coming. They're going to need socks, coats, hats, toques, mitts, whatever. So please, if you have the time to donate, once I get in contact and get things nailed down with this business, we're going to have it for about a month leading into December, leading into the Christmas season. So it's something that I've wanted to do for 7-8 years and just never found a business to do it. So I'm proud that I was able to find one. And once I get those details, we will let you know where to drop stuff off. So please drop stuff off to help those who need a little bit of help.
Yeah, love it. I wasn't expecting that. So that's awesome.
Put my name on for Stick Tap of the Week next week, or in December when it's over. I've never been. I have been one, actually.
Yeah, you've been one.
I've been one.
Yeah.
You never stick tapped yourself, eh?
I stick hack myself more than you think. So
maybe I'll give you a stick tap one time. All right. We will see you next week. For Jeremy, I'm Adam. Have a good week.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Wildcast podcast. Follow us on social media at Moncton Wildcast.